Hello friends, welcome to PegaLearn. Many of our friends asked to implement about the 22 question. Okay, I'll explain about the interview question. This one. In one of the interviews, my friend was asked this question like, we have one data table which gets the latest data from some other application for every 1 hour, and we need to refresh the data table for every 1 hour. How will we implement this one? Is the question. Answer is, I'll create a job scheduler which will run for every 1 hour. The job scheduler activity will do the truncate of the data table records and then fetch the latest data from the external application and load them into the data table. Okay, this we implemented in our earlier video. For explaining this, implementing this one, I have made one video with this setup. Okay, now next one, cases running during the job scheduler run. For suppose what job scheduler is doing, it is removing the records and then loading them. If it is taking 1 minute, for that during the 1 minute, whatever API calls, background jobs, whatever using that data table records, they are failing. They are failing because of lack of data. There is no data during that for 1 minute. How do you keep the existing data and after getting the latest data, it is available for using the by the cases and APIs, then only old data can be deleted. How can we do that? Is next further question according to that. Then the answer is, yeah, we can have one flag in the data table as a new column. Like the flag value will be old new, and old value records for the old value for old records and new records will be inserted with the new flag. And then after once inserting is completed for all the records, then we can remove the old flag records and then after update the new flag to the old flag. Okay. Next, update the data pages which are using for the data from the data table to accommodate these state changes to fetch the data from the old and versus new flags accordingly. Okay, so we will implement this one. How can we do that? Before implementing, I will show you how we have the data. See, this is my database. Policy is my database, policy records. It has some records, and this data is coming from another application which is policy system. So we are on the claim system and we are storing this policy information which is getting from the policy system, and policy system has these records at their end. Okay, and it won't update it frequently, but for every 1 hour we have to delete these records and create new records. Now this is being used by some other database like d underscore policy. For suppose if I run this database p1 run, see here I got the results. So let me you call this one from the postman. Okay, policy id equal to p1. Some other application API is calling this one, getting the data like this. Okay, now let me, is the claim system, right? Let me go back to the service package integration resources, service package API, and let me update the system to claim system, claims system others, so that whenever we call it, it will get the data from this claim system application. This is one setup I have to do. Okay, done. Now let me run the API again. We got the results. See, we got the results from the this claim system now. Okay, so this is being used. This database is being used by some other application by calling the API, and the results are getting from this data table. Okay, during the job scheduler run, the data will not be available for 1 minute. During that time, the API will be failed, right? So I will implement. See, for suppose job scheduler is running now. For demo purpose, I'm going to use we have wait, right? I'm going to use the wait. Seconds going to be 120 or 60 seconds. I'm going to use the 60 seconds here and I'm going to run it. Okay, run. See, it is running. Now, if I come here and send it, see, I'm getting 500 internal server error. I'm not getting the results. Okay, once after 1 minute, this gets completed, then I will run again from the, okay, let it complete. Then we will run from the postman again for the same request. I think we should have given 30 seconds instead of the 60 seconds. That after 30 seconds, okay, during this time, this execution, what happens is our records will be deleted, and then after deletion, it is waiting for 1 minute, and then after it is going to insert the new records. Yeah, it is done, right? Now let's go back here and click send again. Now we got the results. See, this is the issue. During that, maybe if the job scheduler is taking like not 1 minute, 10 seconds or 15 seconds, that time period that APIs are failing the backend. How can we overcome that? For overcoming in interview, we mentioned that we can have a new flag, okay, and we need to have a new database as well. I'll tell you how to use the new database. For that, first of all, we will be here, edit columns. I'm going to create a new mm, some field, old new flag, something I'm going to create, and I'm going to submit it. We got here. So for now, for suppose these all are having the empty for now, right? First thing, we created the new flag here. Save it. Next thing, we need to update our job scheduler activity. So we are going to delete, instead of deleting them directly, these records. Okay, I'm commenting it. I'm commenting this step. We are directly inserting the new records. So we got the records from this database. After page copy, we need to have the property set. Okay, we need to have the property set of old new flag as new. Okay, now these records are inserted as new, and then after obj save, all new records will be inserted as a new records. Okay, after this new records are inserted, we can copy, insert below, paste all existing records, whatever existing records that we have. We need to have a separate page list here for getting the old records, and we need to delete them, old records. After old records, delete old records. After old records are deleted, then update new records to old records. Okay, this is the next step. For that also, what we can do is we can copy and paste it here. We will do same implementation. Update new records to old records. These are the steps. First thing, we got the records, updation is successful. Now we need to get the, okay, let me save as this to get old policy records is one database. I need to have under this is a list. I need to update the report definition as well. Okay, report definition. In report definition, I need to save as like get old policy records is the report definition. Create and open. And here we need to put one when condition. Old new flag equal to old. Okay. Caption A. Caption A. Save. And refer this here in the report definition and save it. So this database is going to fetch all the old records. Now save as the same and create one more database to get the new policy records. Okay, same report definition, save as this to new policy records. Okay, create and open, and here new. Okay, now what I will do is for now, for time being, I'm going to comment these two steps and deleting the existing records and saving the new records as a new. Okay, run it. Completed. Let's come back here and refresh. So that step is executing fine. Let me update these records as old manually for now. Okay, done. Now come back to the policy here. So this step we can comment for now. New records will be created with the flag new, old, new flag as new. And then after, in fourth step, we need to use the get old policy records. So old records, what we are doing, we are taking the old records, setting the policy ID, and OBJ open, OBJ delete. That's it. Old records are deleted. Next thing, next step is we need to get the new records. When we pass this as a new records dot px results, all new records will be fetched, and these new records will be OBJ property set, OBJ open, and then after we need to update the flag property set. Property set of here give the old new flag as old, and then after do the obj save. Okay, with the right now option. Then our job scheduler activity is ready. First step, create new records, old records from the response with new flag. Second step, delete all the old records. Third step, update all the new records with the old records, old status. Okay, now let's run again this one and we will see. Okay, we need to add these records here in pages and classes. We need to save it. Then it has the 4 warnings. What is he saying? Save, delete, obj save, obj open, refresh and lock. Okay, I think obj open is not needed in this situation. What we can do is we can simply do the obj is copy here in this situation. Just simply do the paste copy. Copy the current page to this page and then property set obj save is fine. Okay, we don't need to open it basically. Okay, done. Our activity is ready. Let's run again and see how the records are here. Before running, I'd like to update one update here in the policy system. In source system, I'm going to add one record like P5, policy 5, P. One record is added here. Okay. Now here I'm going to clear this cache because we are running on the same thread. Now let me go. Let me run it now. Run, done. We come here and refresh. See, okay. If you see here, there are 4 records, not 5, and also all 4 are with the new status. Let me see. That means paste copy might not be worked properly here. Okay. So we need to do the obj open and save only. Whatever we have done earlier, we need to do the same thing. Property set, policy ID, and then after obj open, the obj open, okay, done. Below the final steps, we need to put you can put commit. Entire all transactions will be committed. Now let me run it again and put the tracer this time. Run it. It's completed successfully. We will see the steps this time. See, first step, we got the D underscore get policy records. We got 4 records only. Okay, let me check. After third step, it went to 6th step. If you see third step, get policy records of PX results. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it is saying like D underscore policy records are not getting results. We will see why. Anyway, let's come here and refresh. We have the records, 4 records with new status, right? Let me run this database and let's see how many records we get. No, 0. Record count is PX record count, result count is 0. Let me see the, oh, this is new. Actually, we have to update this. New, we have to update this. That is the issue. That's why the update is missing. So let me run again this data activity once. And let me go here and refresh once again. This failed, right? This is old. Let me run it here now. Flash, run. Yeah, we got the 4 results this time. With all the status as new, with all the details, we got the 4 results. Fine. Next thing, we don't have any volt, so we don't get, it's okay. Now, let me run this activity once again. Let's save it and let's run to the tracer. Okay, it got one error. We'll see what is the error. In 5.2, it is saying get new policy results is a read only, cannot be modified. That is the error. Get policy records are read only in the fifth step. These records are read only. Property set. We just set the property set, and then after obj open. Oh, obj open. We missed giving the space. If you don't give that space, what happens? That is error will come. That is expected. Run again. Trace again. Run. We need to have the patience. Every time we have to do like this only. See, third step executed. It executed and inserted four records. And then fourth step with no records. Fifth step is updated. Let's see. Let's come back here and refresh. We should have the okay. New is not updated. You know, we'll see why. See, obj open. It has this data, this space. It has the PGNS key, and then set to old, and then obj save old. Why did it not saved? Why save is failed? Is it save failed or we'll see. We will see. These kind of errors give us more knowledge. You know, lock is not acquired, so we will give the lock and we will execute once again. Okay, now let's run. Successfully completed. This time also same. Let me check. See, this time it is updated with the four records, old values. Okay. Now, now let's see. First, new records are updated. Old records are deleted. Before deleting the old records, I would like to put one wait shift here to show you the what happens in that scenario. So I'm going to put 30 seconds here. Save, and then after uh, policy list is something that we can call here. If we call this policy list, we get the only old records like how many records did we get? Result count is 0. Didn't score policy list. Why 0? Okay, let me see. Why are we getting 0 here? We have like refresh. Oh, we have 0. Oh, okay. Because claim system. Let me run again. Okay, we kept it like 30 records, right? Now run. See, we got the 4 results. Result count. All the 4 results are PX results. Here are the PX results. See, PX results. The new values 1, 2, 3, 4. All are coming as a new. No, because we don't have the old ones, so That is the reason. Now, if we come here and refresh, we should see all the old values. Yes, we see all the old values here. Okay, fine. Now, when I run it again, I should see all the values as a old. Yes, I see the all the values are old. Next thing, why are we not getting the here we have the 5? Why are we not getting 5? Why are we getting 4? Because B and score policy list might be catched here in the system also. That could be the reason we are getting 4. Now, let me come here and get policy records, clear the database. Now let's update again. Let's run our activity and see how many records are there. This time with the new status. Oh, we got only 4. We will see why we are getting 4 only. And those 4 records are there. Good. Oh, okay. Got it. That is because we are copying from our system only. We are using the same API and we are copying from our system and pasting in our system. It's okay. Let's go. Let's go. Refresh. Okay. We got 4. Now what I will do is I have one service package which I have to update. Get the latest data. Policy system others. Save it. Now let's run once again. This time don't keep the weight shape. Save it. Run. Run. It's done. Let's come here and refresh. Okay. Policy records is the main culprit. Run again. Refresh. See, we got the 5 records. But fifth records, why it is still showing new? It has to show updated like a old, right? It not updated. Oh, that is because we are running the old records and clearing cache. Clear old records. Clear the new records also. New records contain the, as we are running on the same thread, they are not reloading. They are using the existing loaded data pages and just simply now run. Let's see. Let's come back here and see all the old data is, yeah, we have all the old. Okay, this is done. First part is done. We updated everything, the old new. Okay, so at one time, at one time we will have both records, and once the old records are deleted, new records will be present. Once new records are updated old, and then we will have only old records. Now, how to handle this database is we will see. Now we have policy. We have to save as this also. Save as it to get policy or something like that. We need to update the policy name. Okay. Or what we can do, we can simply use the activity. Okay. Create get policy and get policy details. Okay. Pass the parameter. Submit. Open this activity. Create. Do the obj browse, not obj open, because we get we will get more than one record. We can get more than one record with old new values. We can get more than one record. So what we have to do is policy list, give policy list, max records is fine, key is fine. Here we need to pass the policy ID equal to param dot policy ID. which we get from the d underscore policy. We have the parameter like policy ID. The same policy ID will be passing here and getting results like this. And sorting, we can sort based on the old new flag. Okay. If we pass it like ascending, new will be coming first. NMNO, new will be coming first. Okay. Save it. Policy list. Okay. Save. And it should be like a code pega list. Otherwise, we got the okay. Here it is showing like yeah, label A. Here logic A. We need to give this. And it is saying like this is not select value. And it is saying like value not value is equal to that one. Okay, now we have the parameter. Let's put a parameter and get the values conveniently. Policy ID string required and run policy ID. I'm giving it like a P1. Run it. Tracer. What is it is saying? Obj browse. Can't use it. Okay. Yeah, this is Obj PZN is we cannot use it for this data table record. So get row key can be delete and run it now. P1 run and go to clipboard and check the policy list, right? What is the policy list? Yes. Under policy list results, PX results of 1, we see old P1. We are getting the only 2 records here. Okay, now if you want to get the latest result, what we need to do is plus icon and add all the required fields. Policy name, policy type, policy year, deductible. Okay, everything we gave, and only this has to be descending order. Okay, now done. Let me save it. Let me run it now. We're passing the parameter P1. Run. Okay, we did not get anything. Let me trace and run again. P1 slash trace run. See, OBJ browse happened, but the results we did not copy to primary page. That is the problem. The activity, we got the results onto this page list. We need to do the page copy. You can do the page copy of .px of 1. We can take the 1 into the primary. So as we are fetching the results based on the old and new flag in ascending order, if new flag record is there, we fetch the new flag and set it. If new flag is not there, then we get the old flag and set it. Anyway, we get this record. Now, let me run again. By passing the P1. See, you got the result. This is how we can handle. Even we have the new and old record, new record will be fetched. If we have If you have only old record, we can take the old record. Okay. If you have both new and old, new record will be taken. This is how we can handle when using this one. Now, steps. See, deleting old records, creating new records is done. Updated the database with the new logic, updated logic to fetch the records. This is done. This is how we can implement. Okay. So in this way, we don't have any downtime. Any other questions or any others? Okay. Otherwise, then we can go ahead and implement the next. We have one more scenario like case needs to call few API calls and get the data from the service call responses and update the details in the case. This can be done in the background. How can we implement this? Okay. I will create one QP and queue for processing and queue one entry into the queue processor for that case. Then after queue processor activity can make the API all the API calls and get the response and update the work accordingly. So how we can do? I think this video is getting long. I'll do a separate video for this one, but I'll update. Anyway, I started right, so I will update. After claim details are entered, we have one run data transform to get the policy details. For suppose if we have one more utility like activity to run the activity, run utility is there. Okay, run utility. Okay, we'll do one thing. I'll open the process. Okay, I'll add one utility. Yeah. In this utility, there is some other activity. Okay. Set other values from API call something. I'll give the there is one more background processing that is activity. Okay. In this, I'll put just to wait. So, okay. Because I don't have for suppose it is taking 10 seconds. Done and submit, save it and save. Sorry, refresh. Now let's create one case. Same process. So suppose I enter the details for the case. Policy P1 amount as, and then I click submit. In the background, one API call is making, and that API call is taking 10 seconds to give the results. These 10 seconds user has to wait. And then after, for suppose this review is going to manager or some other work basket, if this is going for some other work basket, user has to wait on the screen for, right? So I'll show you. This is not going to be current user. It is going to be a work queue. The work queue is going to be for suppose create a new work queue. Queue name is like claim review. Okay, done. Save. When we create a case, enter the details. This is waiting us. This is waiting the user because it is running few utilities, getting the data from the background, and after user wait for some time, then it is moving the case to a claim some other work queue. Okay. Now, how can we make this process run in the background? Okay, we will see this in the next video. Okay, friends. Thank you, friends.